Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at one of two new variants of the famous value diver, the Casio Duro. Hopefully you caught my unboxing of the watch where I announced I'd be doing a giveaway of this very watch. Today is the day, so stick around to the end of the video for the drawing. Best of luck to everybody that entered. Before we get to the giveaway though, I just want to give a quick overview of the watch for anybody that might be considering buying one. So let's get into the Duro. So before we get into the watch, I just want to make mention of a situation that's happened to a friend and fellow YouTuber most of you guys will know. Phil from WatchUp69 had his channel taken down. I'm not going to get into detail here, but it was for a pretty silly reason and shouldn't have happened, but it did happen. Phil is back up and running with a new channel, so check out the link in the description below. Phil's an awesome guy, so I'm sure he'll be back in full stride in no time, but make sure to go give him a follow. Now, to the Duro is one of those watches that if you're having a conversation about budget timepieces, just always comes up. In my eyes, it's the best budget dive watch out there, period. It has its flaws, but at the price range of these things, they're completely acceptable and kind of expected. The pros, though, definitely outweigh the cons by a mile. The fact that they've now added some new colorways makes the watch all the better. Now, I know at the moment these are sold out in a lot of places, but I'm sure production will catch up to demand and these will be easily accessible soon enough. I'll hit you guys with the numbers here, and we're going to start with the case size, which comes in at a width of right around 44 millimeters. Lug to lug is about 49 millimeters. The lug opening is 22 millimeters. The thickness is just over 12 millimeters, and the water resist is 200 meters. The dial is neatly laid out with only Casio up top, then the water resist and the Marlin logo above the 6, so very little distractions in terms of legibility. One thing Casio does right that a lot of brands asking a lot more money for their watches do wrong is the second-hand alignment. The Duro is hitting the mark every time. The hands and markers are gold, matching the bezel color. If you catch this in just the right light, between the gold and the sunburst dial, this thing pops like crazy. One negative, and it would normally be a pretty big negative if the watch wasn't so affordable, is the Loom. The Loom fades quite quickly, especially the hour markers. The hands and Loom pip on the bezel aren't bad, but they're not the greatest either. The Bezel Action, if you haven't tried a Duro, is surprisingly nice. It's a clicky action, feels good in hand. There is a slight back play, but nothing serious, and everything lines up like it should. The insert is aluminum with the gold markings, and I gotta say, the whole two-tone thing is growing on me. There's a few different brands that are doing this colorway, and I'm really liking the look. The case finish is decent on the Duro. It's more than decent. It's actually pretty good. The crown is a screw-down crown. It is smooth to operate. Opens up and screws back in easily. The Marlin logo makes an appearance again on the case back. Even the strap isn't bad. You're going to probably want to upgrade it, but it's totally good to go as is out of the box. On wrist, it wears great. It may be a little large for some, which is a negative, but on my 7¼ inch wrist, I like the size. Other than the Loom, which is an obvious con, there's not much to say bad about it without really nitpicking. To me, as a whole package, which I paid right around $50 for, might not only be the best budget diver, but it's a contender for the best watch in this price range. And no matter where you are in your watch collecting journey, I would definitely suggest giving one a try if you haven't. And that is the new Casio Duro. Awesome watch. When they're available, again, I'll be picking up the blue one for sure. But let's get to the draw. I'm using a random comment picking site I found, and the winner of the Casio Duro is Lou Keller. Congrats to Lou. I'm sure you're going to love your new Duro. Reach out to my email at timetogo1978@gmail.com with your shipping info, and I'll get it out to you right away. Thanks a lot to everyone that entered. I'll definitely be doing more giveaways in the future, so look out for those. Lots of watch videos coming up. Thanks so much for stopping by, and we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.